Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn Geography with Shyamal. Today we are going to learn about another important theory of regional development provided by John Friedmann, and his theory is known as Core-Periphery Model. Okay, this is an important topic in our UGC NET examination in geography. Okay, let's start the class. Who is John Friedmann? He was born in 1926 and died in 2017. Education PhD in Planning, University of Chicago in 1955. He worked Regional Developmental Policy 1966, Urbanization, Planning and National Development 1973. Positions Professor at MIT, UCLA, Visiting Scholar Worldwide, and contribution Pioneer of Spatial Planning and Core-Periphery Theory. Influence development economics globally. Okay, spatial inequality is not just an economic problem, it is a political and social one. This is the core argument of his regional development theory. Okay, now historical context and background. In during 1950s, post World War II growth debate, economists debated why some regions grew faster. Growth pole theory by Perrox in 1950 and Middle's cumulative causation in 1957 set the stage. Then during 1960s, Friedman's fieldwork worked in Venezuela and Latin America observed huge gap between capital cities and rural hinterlands, inspired the Core-Periphery Model. 1966 Regional Development Policy published landmark book outlined his spatial framework for understanding uneven development in developing nations. And 1972 General Theory formalized the Core-Periphery Model as a general spatial theory applicable globally. Okay, this is a cornerstone of UGC NET Geography syllabus. Now, core concepts of Friedmann's theory. Core-periphery duality. Okay, what is core-periphery duality? The world region is divided into dominant core and subordinate periphery areas. Okay, one core and another periphery areas. Spatial inequality, unequal distribution of resources, capital and growth between different geographical regions. Then backwards and spread effects, development in core drains periphery, backwards and but can spread back spread effects. Okay, backwards and spread effects. That means advantages and disadvantages. Then innovation diffusion, new ideas, technology and investment diffuse outward from core to periphery over time. Development poles, growth poles in core regions attract labor, capital and investment, widening the gap. Then policy intervention, state must intervene to reduce regional imbalances through spatial planning. Okay, let's discuss about the core-periphery model. This is the core, this is the semi-periphery, this is the periphery. Okay, core characteristics: high innovation and technology, capital accumulation, industry and services, high GDP and income, skilled labor. Okay, similarly, characteristics in periphery regions: primary sector dominant, capital outflow to core, low income and investment, labor migration to the core region, and dependent on core decisions. Okay, then 4 types of periphery according to Friedmann. Upward transitional areas, regions absorbing resources from periphery, growing areas adjacent to the core. Example, suburban zones around metropolitan cities. Second, downward transitional areas, old industry, agricultural regions in decline, face depopulation and economic stagnation. Example, old coalfields, declining farm regions. Then frontier areas, newly open source rich regions attract colonization and development. Example, Amazon Basin, Siberia and Jharkhand tribal areas. Then resource frontier areas, remote areas with valuable raw materials exploited by the core with little benefit flowing back. Example, mining zones in developing nations. Okay, next, Friedmann's 4 stages of regional development: pre-industrial or feudal, early industrialization, industrial maturity, and post-industrial and integrated. Okay, pre-industrial or feudal, independent local centers, no defined core periphery, subsistence economy, low connectivity. Early industrialization, single strong primate city emerges, core periphery established, high spatial inequality, migration to primate city. Industrial maturity, secondary cities emerge, national urban hierarchy forms, spread effects begin, polarization reversal starts. Post-industrial integrated, well-integrated national space, reduced regional inequalities, polycentric development, functional specialization of regions. Okay, these are 4 stages of regional development according to Friedmann. Okay, key processes in Friedmann's model: polarization effect, resources, capital, and talents concentrated in the core, leaving the periphery impoverished. The gap widens over time as agglomeration economies reinforce growth in established centers. Then backward effect, middle linkage, labor, capital, and raw materials drain from periphery to core. Each movement further weakens peripheral capacity to sustain development independently. Then trickling down or spread effect. At mature stage, economic growth trickles outward from core. Investment expands, industries decentralize, and surrounding regions benefit, reducing spatial inequality. Then innovation diffusion. Innovations originate in core cities and diffuse hierarchically through settlement system, metropolis, large city, small towns, rural areas. Time lag exists at each step. Information flows. Core acts as command center controlling information, decisions, and authority. Periphery receives filtered, delayed information, reinforcing dependency. Metropolis, hinterland relationship. Core metropolis and periphery hinterland are structurally linked, and the metropolis exploits the hinterland's resources while the hinterland depends on core services. Okay, now policy implications and planning strategies. Growth poles in periphery establish industrial growth poles in backward regions to stimulate local economic activity and counter polarization. Infrastructure investment improve connectivity between core and periphery through routes, railways, and telecommunications to enable speed effects. Decentralization of authority transfer administrative and financial powers to peripheral regions to reduce dependence on the core. Human capital development invests in education, health, and skill training in peripheral areas to build indigenous development capacity. Regional incentive schemes, tax holidays, subsidies, and incentives to attract private investment into lagging backward regions. Integrated spatial planning, design national spatial plans that explicitly target regional balance. Friedmann's core recommendation. Okay, these are some policy implications and planning strategies. Okay, now the comparison with related theories. Aspect, Friedmann, core periphery, medial cumulative position, Friedmann growth poles, and paradox growth poles. Focus, Friedmann, spatial inequality and regional development, medial cumulative advantages and disadvantages, Friedmann growth poles, unbalanced growth strategy, paradox, propulsive industries. Scale, national and international, national, regional, and sector. Key process, core drains, periphery, backwards and spread effects, trickling down from poles, linkage and polarization. Policy, spatial planning and decentralization, state intervention to reduce backwards, deliberate unbalanced growth, develop growth poles. Time frame, stage evolution, cumulative process, sequential growth, and industrial complex. Okay, now criticisms of Friedmann's theory. First of all, overly deterministic. The linear 4-stage model assumes all countries follow the same path of development, ignoring historical and cultural specificities of each nation. Then neglects class and power structures. Wallstein and dependency theorists argue Friedmann ignores the role of capitalism, class conflict, and global power in shaping spatial inequalities. Weak empirical base. Limited empirical testing of the stage-based model. Many developing countries do not show clear progression through all 4 stages as predicted. Ignores environmental factors. The model focuses purely on economic spatial dynamics and does not account for ecological constraints, resource limits, or environmental sustainability. Then lastly, globalization challenge. According to Sasson in 1991, in the age of global cities and transnational cooperation, the core-periphery divide operates at a global rather than just national scale, requiring revision of original concepts. Okay, now applications to India, core-periphery patterns. Core regions, Mumbai Metropolitan Region, Delhi NCR, Bangalore Tech Corridor, Chennai Industrial Zone. Semi-periphery, transitional, Hyderabad, Pune, Ahmedabad, and Kolkata. Periphery, lagging regions, Bimaru states, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and UP. Northeast India, tribal belts of Jharkhand, Orissa, remote Himalayan regions. Frontier analysis, resource frontier, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Lakshadweep, Trans-Himalayan regions, deep forest tribal zones. Okay, now there are some UGC exam focus points. Okay, must know definitions, core versus periphery, structural definition, backwards effect as well as spread effect, its difference, 4 types of periphery, names and examples, 4 stages of regional development, sequence, innovation, diffusion, hierarchical spread. Okay, likely MCQ topics. Which state shows polarization reversal? And what type of regions is Amazon basin, Northeast India? Friedman's book title and year depends from middle and Hisman paradox. Core attributes in developing nations. Short answer in essay. Explain core-periphery model with diagram. Critically evaluate Friedman's stages. Apply model to India's regional disparities. Compare Friedman with dependency theory. Policy measures to reduce core-periphery gap. Okay, these are some important highlights for UGC NET exam in geography. Okay, quick revision. Core-periphery model definition: framework showing dominant core exploiting subordinate periphery spatially. Friedman 1966. Polarization effect: concentration of resources capital in core at expense of periphery. Friedman 1966. Spread effect: eventual outflow of growth from core to surrounding periphery. Friedman and Middle. Backward effect: draining of resources from periphery to core. Middle 1957. Upward transitional area: growing region adjacent to core absorbing in migrants and capital. Friedman 1966. Downward transitional area: declining region losing population and economic activity. Friedman 1966. Frontier area: newly opened territory with natural resources. Friedman 1966. Innovation diffusion: spread of new ideas hierarchical from core cities downward. Friedman 1972. And polarization reversal: point at which periphery begins catching up. Statisticity. Recursion 1980. Okay, now some key takeaways. Friedman's core-periphery model explains why regional inequality exists and persists in developing nations. The four-stage development model shows regional development as an evolutionary spatial process. Polarization initially widens the core-periphery gap. Spread effects eventually reduced it. Polarization reversal. The model has directly applicability to India's regional disparities and planning policy. Bimaru versus developed states. For UGC NET, know all four periphery types, four stages, key processes, backwards and spread, and policy implications. Okay, best of luck for your UGC NET exam. That's all for today. If you have any doubt and query, just let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you.